In last lecture, I started with the topic called as disinfection. In that, I have discussed what is meant by disinfection, what are the various terminologies used for disinfection. Number 3 is what are the types of disinfection, that is concurrent, precurrent and terminal, and what are the different types of disinfectants, that is natural. In natural I discussed the sunlight and air. Physical, in this I discussed the boiling of water, then the sterilization, then autoclaving and ionization. The last thing which is remaining is the chemical disinfectant. For study purpose, they are classified under these 6 headings: phenol and its compound, then the quaternary ammonium compound, third is the halogen and its compounds, and fourth is the alcohol, fifth is formaldehyde, and sixth is the miscellaneous. Short note is many times asked on disinfection. So now one by one you have to describe 1, 2 or 3 examples of each of these. Phenol and its compound examples are phenol itself and carbolic acid. Phenol is a natural thing which we get from the mine. When this phenol is when it is pure, it has to be stored in the dark room. Otherwise, whenever this phenol comes in contact with the sun rays, its color becomes dark. So storage of phenol is, it has to be kept in the dark room away from the sun rays. Next is the quaternary ammonium compounds. Even this other example in the phenol category is carbolic acid, which is used for dressing purposes. This carbolic acid first time used by Lister scientist, from where the era of antibiotics started. Then the second is the quaternary ammonium compounds. In these examples are Savlon, cetrimide and Dettol. Details about all these 3 you know, because they are used for cleaning the surface, mopping of the floor, for the dressing purpose. Next is a halogen and its compounds. Examples of halogen and its compounds are: number 1 is bleaching powder, second is iodine, third is betadine. So these 3 examples are there. This bleaching powder is used for disinfection of water. So purification of water is achieved by chlorination of water by use of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder, when it comes into the impure contact with the impure water or turbid water, this there releases the free chlorine. 33.5% of the free chlorine is released per 1 gram of bleaching powder. This free chlorine has got a very short duration of action. It is a very unstable compound, but it gives guarantee of killing of the viruses, bacteria, protozoa and helminths OA even. That's why our corporation daily they chlorinate the water so that we get the pure company. So after this bleaching powder, second is the iodine. Iodine is used for dressing purposes in the operation theatre or even in the OPD. Advantage of iodine is it is very cheap. Number 1. Number 2 is easily available. Disadvantage is it stains the skin. Color gets stained, and sometimes this skin becomes what is we called as this iodine causes irritant reaction on the skin. You may get some rashes on the skin. That's why better form of iodine has been evolved called as betadine. 1% betadine is used for dressing purpose or even before painting and draping before the operation. Advantage of betadine is it never stains the skin. No it never stains the skin, and it will never cause the skin rash. No reaction is seen. So nowadays we rarely use the iodine, but we use the betadine. So these are the three examples of halogen and its related compound. Now the alcohol. There are two types of alcohol. Number one is methyl alcohol and the ethyl alcohol. The alcohol which is used for drinking purpose is ethyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol is never consumed because it causes blindness. It causes blindness, so commonly used ethyl alcohol. Again, the 100% alcohol is not having the sterilization property. It will never sterilize the things if you use the 100%. Rather, it burns the whatever comes in contact with the 100% alcohol. But 70% alcohol has got the sterilization property, and to that alcohol we call as spirit. You must have used iodine, betadine and spirit. What is spirit? It is the ethyl alcohol which has got 70% content of the ethyl alcohol. So 70% of the ethyl alcohol has got the cleaning property. It has got the sterilization property, and whenever this alcohol spirit is applied to the skin, it readily gets evaporated and that part becomes sterile. So these are the this is about the alcohol. Now the formaldehyde. This formaldehyde, the tablets are available, in the fume forms are also available. It penetrates deep into the substance and make the things sterile. So main aim is to get the sterile things for day-to-day routine purpose, or whatever the things which are used in the operation theatre. There is one miscellaneous. Ethylene oxide or ethyl oxide is used for sterilization purpose in the operation theatre. This is in the gas form. And it immediately sterilizes the things where it has exposed. But the bad thing is when human being comes in contact with this fumes or vapors of the ethylene oxide, irritation of the eyes causes. It causes irritation of the eyes. What are the other methods of disinfection we carry out in day-to-day life? Number one is how to disinfect the stool and the urine. See, the very commonly accepted procedure for disinfection of the stool and the urine. The stool and the urine, they are collected into the large vessel, and into that equal amount of warm water or equal amount of bleaching powder or equal amount of soap water, whatever is available, is added. Then the long stick is taken and it is stirred properly so that hard stool gets broken down into the small thing, and then that is buried under the ground, or it may be emptied into the water closet. So this is the procedure for stool and the urine. Procedure for disinfection of the sputum is, sputum has to be collected into the bowl which has got tightly fitting cover. Then it has to be sterilized at 122 degrees centigrade, and the pressure required is 15 pounds. So disinfection of room. The disinfection of room is carried out by, number one is keeping the windows and the doors open. Allow the sun rays come inside the room so that by the ultraviolet rays the disinfection occurs in a better way. Advantage is this is free of cost, no money is required. Disadvantage is it takes long time, that's why this is not used. But whatever is used is mopping of the floor with a Lysol or a Savlon or any detergent agent is done which acts immediately and makes the external surface disinfectant. Now there is one more condition called as fumigation. What is this fumigation? This procedure is used for in the operation theatre and used for the disinfection of linen clothing which are used for operation, instruments, gauze, cotton, gauze pieces, cotton, all the sharp instruments, they are used. So even it is used for disinfection of the whatever the things present into the operation theatre, like operation table, boils apparatus, that is anesthesia machine, then the lamps and other things which are present into the operation theatre. How it is done? The equal quantity of formaldehyde is taken and the double the quantity of warm water is added, and that is the room is closed, windows are closed tightly, and it should be tightly closed for minimum 12 to 24 hours. Minimum 12 to 24 hours maximum. Then open after the 12 or 24 hours. Allow the vapors to go outside. Open the door, allow the vapors to go outside. Then after half an hour or 1 hour, you can use for carrying out the operations procedures. So this concludes today's talk.